Hello you beautiful people, how the devil are you? For those that don't know, my name's Paul and I'm a Yorkshireman and I drive this here truck. You join me on a Tuesday afternoon, well just afternoon, it's 20 past 12. I think it's 27th, yeah it is, 27th of July. And we are in, well, just outside Aberwystwyth. I know, that's shocking, I really apologise. But we're just outside Aberwystwyth. We've just been to a builder's merchants with a load of concrete rings, drainage ring things. Just delivered them. Come across a cracking road, so I thought I'd start today so that I could film it going back. It's my second favourite road in the country, in the British Isles. And that is the A44, I think it is. I think it's the A44. And it just cuts through some forests and valleys and stuff. I'm sure somebody will put in the comments what the trail's called or what the route's called. It'll have its name. It'll have a name. But it's a cracking drive. I've done it hundreds of times. Well, not hundreds of times, but I've done it dozens of times before. And I just really enjoyed the drive. So I thought I'd vlog it on the way out. So yeah, here we are. I started on Sunday morning. Oh, apologies as well. No video last week. I had my head firmly up my ring piece, if you know what I mean. Last week I was in a foul mood, and I just didn't want to record, so I didn't. I was not in the best of moods. I wasn't in the best of places, so I just didn't record. So I apologise if you were expecting a video and didn't get one. It is what it is. There will be times when I don't post, but I'm here now. Hi. So yeah, I started on Sunday morning. Long story short, I ended up parking in Eddie Stobart's yard at Sherburn in Helmet because I wasn't going to make it to Thirsk and then back to a family engagement I had to get to. Well, to be honest guys, it was my lad's last day at junior school before he went up to high school, before he goes to the academy in September. I've missed every single thing that he's done at the school, sports days, harvest festivals, parents' evenings, stuff like that. I've missed everything, so I wasn't missing this. I wasn't missing it, and I just couldn't get up to Thirsk, get in my car and get back down to Wakefield in time. So I got permission to park my truck in Sherburn and Helmet for the weekend, and my wife come out and pick me up, and we made it with about 15 minutes to spare, something like that. So all good, all good. Oh, he's heavy. Oh, that means we're going to be slow. Jeez Louise, we've got to follow him across hills. Oh well. Let's turn left. We do have to stop for a break on the way across. We've got 109 miles to go. Well, we're heading back to our yard at Thirsk. So I've got it sat nav at the moment. Well, Thirsk. Runcorn. Going back to Runcorn. Because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm just heading back to Thirsk. Oh, here we go again, Thirsk. Dalton. No, let's try it one more time. Runcorn, for goodness sake. Plank. So yeah, as I was saying anyway, started Sunday. I did a trunk run from Thirsk to Rugby, and then I went to Scunthorpe to pick up a load of steel out of the steelworks there. That was supposed to be loaded over the weekend, and it hadn't been because the load was 16.5 metres long, trailer's 13.5 metres. It needed to be opened up, and they couldn't do it. They just couldn't get it to open up, so they haven't loaded it. So I was running out of time. All my plan was to get it chained down, get out, get parked up, and then set off in the morning. But I just went under the trailer, hooked my airlines up, and pulled and pushed buttons in the correct order and that, and it opened up straight away. So I don't know what they were doing, but I stretched the trailer out for him, put it back down, pulled out, parked out in Scunthorpe overnight, and I went back in at 3 o'clock Monday morning, yesterday. And that went down to Llanelli, Dafford Steel at Llanelli. Got down, it was supposed to be there at 8 o'clock, I didn't get there till 10:30. Obviously, you know, just couldn't do it, lost time. So it was never going to be there for 8 o'clock. Anyway, I got down at 10:30, bumped into an old workmate who still works for the same company I used to work for. Had a good natter with him, good catch up. And then from there I went to Pontypool, CMF at Pontypool. Just strapping that load down, and I bumped into another old workmate from the same company. He now works for somebody else. So yeah, it was good to catch up. Where did I go with that? Ross and Y last night. I went to Ross and Y truck stop last night, and chicken curry and chips, very, very nice indeed. I started at 3 o'clock this morning. Took that load up to our yard at Runcorn, dropped it in there, washed the truck, and picked up this Aberwystwyth load. Here we are. Ta-da! I've got an hour and 34 on drive time right now for this period, for this drive period. I've got 3 hours and 20 minutes left on a 10-hour day if I do a 10-hour drive. I've already done this week, bearing in mind it's only Tuesday, just shy of 1,700 kilometres. So packing the mileage in. So I had loads to talk to you about this week, and everything's just slipped out of my mind. It really has. I was going to talk about driver shortage, but I'm sick of death of hearing about it, so I'm sure you guys are. We'll talk about recruitment at WS. We'll talk about a giveaway. Have I got a giveaway to do? Yeah, a little bit of a difference though. A little bit of a difference. There'll be a giveaway at a truck show in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I'll leave you for now, thanks. I don't want to waffle, I don't want to talk crap for a long time, but I will stick up some time lapse, and I'm hoping when I stop for a break, I was doing something really weird, don't I? I'm hoping that when I stop for a break I will be able to get the drone up, because it's beautiful down here, and I'll see if I can get some drone footage and we'll stick that in as well. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Take care for now. Bye guys. Hi guys, welcome back. Well, it's raining. Had a cup of it, it's not too bad. I finished my break. Had a what was it, spicy chicken wrap. Spicy chicken wrap with a little bit of mayo, and it was tres nice. Washed down with about half a litre of water. Good old H2O. And we're still winging our way across the A44. Got 5 miles to go before we get to the roundabout, and we get to an element of normality. It's still not big roads, but it's not as twisty as it is as this, and nada. It's not too bad. Just a word on driving these kind of roads. I think I mentioned it in the last video about watching over hedge lines and you know, watching over top of fences for cars coming the other way. Keep an eye open for them. I don't know if you're going to see it on the front camera, but there was a caravan that came around the corner, and he'd put his car. It was a blind corner to both of us. He'd put his car on the white line as he's coming around the corner. Slow it down. That forced his caravan then to come over onto my side of the road. So I had to move. I had to not swerve, but certainly had to steer away from his caravan. And it was a bit closer than I would have liked. And that's purely because he'd not put himself in the correct position to go around the bend. Had he just been his car, it wouldn't have been a problem. But anyway, we didn't hit. That's what matters, ultimately. But yeah, so if you can see over the hedges, again I mentioned it before, you can see over the hedges, keep an eye open over the hedges and see what's coming. Don't guarantee that you've seen everything though, because you can quite easily miss something. It's only a guide. Also, if you've got your sat-nav on, keep glancing at your sat-nav, and it'll give you an idea of, if you don't know the road, that is. Obviously I don't know this road, I've driven it quite a few times, but I don't know it. It's like I'm coming up to a bend now. How sharp is that bend? Quick glance at the sat-nav, I know it's a sweeping left-hander. There's nothing major about it, so I can keep my speed up. Obviously I have to be aware of what's around the corner, as in, is there going to be a tractor, is there going to be cyclists, horses, etc. You know, slow moving vehicles. But the sat-nav will give you an idea of how severe that bend is, when you need to jump on your brakes, get your speed right down for a hairpin, or you can, you know, keep at the same speed, keep going. But it is, as always, sat-nav, it's only a guide. Don't rely on it, it's only a guide. If I didn't have my sat-nav switched on, there's no way I'd be travelling at 45 miles an hour down these roads. It's a 50 mile an hour speed limit, so I'm perfectly within my right legally to do it. But I'm doing 45, but coming up to some of these bends, I would not be doing 45 around some of these bends if I had not checked the sat-nav and see what it's showing me. But you've got to always be on guard when you go around that bend, you know, to jump on the brakes if you need to, if there is somebody crossing the road. Stupid crossing the road around the bend, but you know, they do. You know, is there a parked car, is there a slow moving tractor, whatever. Super care. Another thing about driving country lanes, I've got I think it's a Q5, a Q7 Audi behind me, I'm not quite sure. And behind that there's a van with caravan on it. And they're both itching to come past me. Well, I'm doing pretty much a speed limit. Well, if they want to come past me, that's entirely up to them. But what I won't do, and that's push to make them happy, I'll drive at the speed that I think's suitable for my vehicle, the conditions, you know, the road conditions. As in, it's a little bit wet now, so it's starting to get a little bit greasy because we've had a few dry days. So the roads are a little bit slippy, a little bit greasy, not too bad, but a little bit. And obviously, road signage. It's telling you there's some bad bends coming up. Again, you can cross-reference that with your sat-nav. I know this is quite nasty. It's not nasty, but I certainly need to slow down. There's a bit of a straight and it goes back to the left, according to the sat-nav. This left's not as bad as that right. Carry a little bit more speed through, look. Because the sat-nav line, the road on the sat-nav showed me that. So what I mean, easy innit? Easy. This driving like's it's easy. I'm talking about driving, and not something that's learning to drive, but I've been following. I followed Genko from day one of me getting involved in trucking vlogs. He's one of the first vlogger I ever watched was Trucker Genko, and now his good lady Claire has passed her class 1, and she's also driving for the same company as Martin. They're both driving for Ferryman, and Martin was saying that she I don't want to say she because that's rude. Claire is having a little bit of an issue with reversing. Now, I was given a top tip when I first started reversing, and that is take your hand, put it on the bottom of the steering wheel. Don't hold on with this hand. Bottom of the steering wheel with one hand. Whichever hand, it doesn't matter. If you're going in reverse, hand on the bottom of the steering wheel, just one hand. And then, if you want the trailer to go that way, you push your hand that way. Yeah? If you want the trailer to go that way, you push your hand that way. And it will put your trailer in the direction that you want it to go. It's a bit nippy. Does that make sense? One hand, bottom of the steering wheel, whichever way you want the trailer to go, that's the way you push your hand. So it is forcing your steering in the opposite direction. It works, it's really good. Really good. What was it I was watching the other day? I think it was. I can't remember who it was. It was another vlogger. Some description, but they were really struggling to reverse. And I was screaming at them. Anywho. Right, so we're nearly back to this roundabout now. We'll turn left onto the A470, head back towards somewhere. Newtown. Head back towards Newtown. I'm a bit tired. It's 10 to 2 now. I've got an hour and 10 minutes left. No, 2 hours 10 minutes left on my 13-hour day. But if I get all the way into Runcorn tonight, I'll have about half an hour left of my driving time for the day, and I'll just bust a 13-hour day. It's put me into our yard at Runcorn at 4:05. Here comes that Audi. Gagging to come past me for ages. Oh, it's not cute. Yeah, it's putting me into the yard at 4:05, which means I'll be like 5 minutes into the 13-hour day, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to give it another half hour or so, and I'm going to ring up and see what he's got for me. And then we can play it by there, play it from there. And me, what I might do, I might drop into Chester Services and stop inside of 13 then. Stop at Chester tonight. No, we'll play it by ear. Right, I've waffled on enough, wittered on enough, talked absolute and utter crap for long enough. And I will catch up with you probably in the morning now. Like I say, I'm not going to be doing anything else today, it's just literally a case of running my time out. So I will love you and leave you. I'll do battle with some more of these lanes. And I'll speak to you in the morning. Take care guys, bye for now.
I said I loved you, but you let go. I waited for hours, but you never showed. You were all my heart knew, but that's all I held on to. But you let go. We met over coffee on 17th Street. As easy as that when two souls meet. We said I'd do for worse or better, promised to hold on forever, but you let go. Time flew by like a thunderstorm. People change and that's nobody's fault.
Hi guys. Obviously we loaded. We're heading to Reading now. Or we're actually on the outskirts of Reading now. We have a very impatient learner driver in front of us. Too high, that'd be right. I'm moving it. Yeah, we've got 12 minutes to run, 5 miles to go. So we kind of go into Reading, and then we take a right down here, and then we go back out of Reading. It's the middle of nowhere. To this block of mesh place. When the first time you do it, it just doesn't feel right going there. It kind of takes you middle of nowhere. If you don't know you're going the right place, you think you're going wrong. But anyway. So, rant. There's always going to be a rant. This week's rant is about pay and conditions for a HGV driver. Now, it's not the usual rant though. I'm on the side of, oh, it's a bit late for that, but there's no way I'm stopping. No way I'm stopping in time. I'm on the opposite side to what most people are. Pay and conditions. There's been several posts put up lately about pay, and and people are commenting saying a driver should get a fair wage, etc., etc. Totally agree. So I replied, in your opinion, to different people, in your opinion, in your personal opinion, what do you think is a decent wage? What do you think is a decent wage to take home Monday to Friday, 4 nights away? So you slept in your truck for 4 nights, leave on a Monday, come home on a Friday. What should you expect in the bank? What is a decent pay? Majority, about 600 quid in the bank. Yeah, I take home more than that from Monday to Friday. Not doing a lot of hours, or not doing as many hours as I possibly can, but I take home more than that. So a lot of these people that are commenting don't actually know what we're getting paid. What is a decent wage? You tell me. What do you think? I don't want all these £1,000 a week. I'm talking pay as you earn. So company pays your tax for you. Company pays your insurance for you. I'm not on about these on limited companies or anything like that. So a normal, paid by the hour driver, Monday to Friday. What do you reckon should be a decent wage? No, an affordable wage. Now, if a company was going to put the wage up, well, somebody's got to pay for that. And the company are not going to take it out of their profits, are they? Maybe they will, to a degree. Maybe they will to a degree, but the vast majority is that's going to happen, especially on the smaller companies. They're going to have to put the rates up. So the company who have contracted that haulier are going to have to put their rates up. They're going to have to charge more for the product. Ultimately, it's going to end up on the shelf more expensive. Somebody somewhere has got to pay for the extra money to pay the wages, pay the drivers. So what is a reasonable wage? Where does it stop? Don't get me wrong, I'd love £20 an hour. Won't we all? Double my wage. Is that reasonable? Don't know. Regarding conditions, well, when people bang on about conditions, are we talking about the lack of parking? Are we talking about the quality of the parking when we've got it? I appreciate service stations and that are not secure as they're supposed to be. You know, you pay your money for secure parking and you don't get it. But you are paying to park on somebody's land, somebody's property, so you can't expect that for free. Maybe the prices are too expensive. You know, the actual cost. Mr. Bus Driver, I hope you're waiting for me. Yeah, somebody somewhere's got to put that building, the parking place, the parking provisions in place. You're a bit snug. Yeah, somebody's got to pay for the property, haven't they? Somebody's got to pay for the build of the services. So why should you get it for free? I don't understand that. Why should we have free parking? Don't understand that. And then people going about, well, you know, if we had free parking, we'd go in and we'd spend our money in the services, buy the food, but we don't. A heck of a lot of drivers do not pay for service station food. They just don't. So, you know, I don't know in that respect. Yes, more can be done about, you know, stopping the scroats coming in the vans and emptying curtain siders, etc. Yes, more can be done about that. Will it happen? Probably not. But then we go to the facilities at truck stops and services. State of the toilets, state of the shower blocks, etc. Now, again, somebody's provided these facilities for us to use, but then somebody is trashing them. Somebody's disrespecting them, misusing them, just generally treating them like crap. You know, leaving the rubbish everywhere or damaging them. Well, that's only us. That's only us who uses them 90% of the time. So who have we got to blame for that? You know, these facilities are put in place for us to use, yet we, as a whole, again, it's a minority, it's not everybody, but as a whole, we trash them. You know, we break them, we damage them, we make them mucky, etc. You know, so who's to blame for that? As for parking in laybys, well, you take a job. One thing you should be asking in an interview: do you pay for parking? If you don't want to park in a lay-by, you don't take that damn job. You don't take the job. You go elsewhere. We keep saying there's a driver shortage. There's plenty of jobs out there for us drivers. So you take a different employer. You take an employer. You know, you go to an employer that will pay for your parking. You know, so you don't have to park in that lay-by. So you don't have to feel at risk. You know, again, lay-bys, the amount of litter and rubbish, and that's definitely not just truck drivers by a long shot, but the amount of rubbish and litter in lay-bys is disgusting. Now, I will blame truck drivers for this one. The bottles of pee. A bottle of pee. It's disgusting. Somebody's got to go pick that up. Bags of poo. You know, you've got caught short and you end up squatting in your cab or underneath your trailer, whatever, and you do your business into a carrier bag. It sounds gross, but sometimes it happens and you've got to do it when you get caught short. But dispose of it properly. Don't just lob it out your window. It's gross, it's disgusting. Somebody's got to go pick that up. And I wonder why we get a bad rap for it. And you're not telling me that's van drivers, etc., because 99% of the time it's not. You know. So regarding facilities and that, we can do that. We could do a lot better ourselves. You know, respect the facilities that we've got available to us. And if you don't like what your company offers you, as in you're parking in a lay-by overnight, then change your employer. And it is as easy as that nowadays. You know, because we have got this so-called driver shortage. I'm not quite sure about that myself. I don't think it's any different. People will say about the wages. We'll go back to wages. You know, we do a lot of hours. You know, we should be on a lot more money. You know, etc. I can get the same money hourly rate sat at Tesco's, going bleep on a checkout. Me personally, no thanks. No thanks at all. Any way, shape or form do I want to do that. No disrespect to anybody that does that for a living, fair play to you for actually getting off your arse and getting a job, but it's not for me. I want to be out looking at scenery and, you know, going to different places all the time, and quite frankly I like my own company. I don't want to have to be nice to people every minute of my day. It's bad, it's bad enough me having to be nice when I get to delivery or collection point. But I'm sure you know what I mean. It's not my choice to do that kind of work. Yeah, just conditions and you know, the facilities and that. And it is what you make it. The facilities in the trucks nowadays, especially in the newer trucks, the facilities are phenomenal. Really, what's available to you. You know, we're very lucky in this company that we have the power inverter already fitted in the trucks for us by the company, so we can run the microwaves and the kettles and stuff like that. You know, electric kettles. We have a fridge. You know, so we've got the facilities in the truck. You might want to move over a smidge. Thank you, mate. Go back to people driving too fast around corners, eh? Well, there's a right-hand bend coming up, but we actually go straight on at this right-hand bend down James's Lane. Anyway, rant over. Let me know what you think in comments. Yeah, let me know what you think. Am I talking out of term? Am I wrong? Am I kind of right? Just let me know what you think. You tell me. As I said before, coming down here, you know, if you don't know it's down here, you wouldn't really think it would be, but take it nice and steady around the bends as always. No idea what's coming or what's around the corner. There's a tight right-hander coming up soon. But yeah, why would you want to be sat in Tesco's when bleep, when you could have all this? Yeah. When we leave here, we have to, well, you'll see in a second, we drive diagonally off the road, and we have to obviously reverse back, and so we're still pointing in the same directions, so we can't come back this way because we're literally pointing in the wrong direction. And to get back out, we have to go to the end of this road, turn left, and then there's a left turn. Well, ideally we want to turn right, but it's a 11-foot summit bridge, so we can't. We have to turn left. It's tight as anything. You've got to be so careful of vehicles coming through the bridge. You'll see it later. I'll film it as we're leaving. Oh no, there's another trucking. Yeah, it's just tight as anything. Oh, I'm going to park now. I've never been here before, and there's been a truck here. Well, that's where we need to go. When Nuttall's butties. So right, I'll catch you guys in a bit, and I will speak to you when we're leaving. Speak soon, guys. Bye for now. Hi guys. Right, we're done, tipped, getting out of here. I could reverse this one back out. There's cars parked everywhere, you'll see them. Forgot about that gate post. I've got a banksman watching me back onto the road. We're out. Well, if she got off the mobile phone, she'd do a lot better, wouldn't she, ladies and gents? Playing on the mobile phone, are we okay up there? Are we okay down there? Let's go. Right, we're tipped. Weren't there long, to be fair. I didn't check timings, but we weren't there for long. It weren't too bad at all. Yeah, it only took them 5 minutes to tip me. But about 5 of them jumped on me for straps and that, and all helped me out doing the straps. I only rolled 2 out of the... They have on 9 straps. I only rolled 2 of them myself. Now we've got to be really super careful here because... So that's blind, is that corner, but I need to be wide here to turn left. Obviously I've got a chance of somebody flying around that corner. Okay, pal. Push bike coming, so I'm going to get out before the push bike. There we go, let's go. Courier drivers driving like absolute lunatics. It's not the kind of lane you'd expect to see something like this coming, but I am. Right, we're going somewhere else, not far from here. It's 26 miles away. I'm picking up some kind of a cabin from a school. Judging by where it's going to Bransburton in Hull, and that, from what I know, is a company called Premier Modular. So it'll be a modular building of some description. When I get a chance to stop, I want to have a look at mapping, etc. Because I've literally just bunged the postcode in because I had to get out of there. I just wanted to bung the postcode in, give myself an idea of where I was actually going. Oh, I'm alright, gooey, I need a drink. It's not ideal. I was listening to just another trucking podcast the other day, and they were on about toll roads and toll bridges. And they should be scrapped, etc. was their opinion. Again, people are allowed opinions. Me personally, you choose to use them, you don't use them, it's up to you. Which is one thing they did say. I won't say they didn't. Let's get around this corner and we'll carry on this conversation. Remember I mentioned about that tight left-hand bend? Well, there it is. The bridge is literally right to our right now. I have to be on the wrong side of the road here, so I have to be super careful again from coming around the corner. That's 12'9" is a bridge, so I'm about 4 inches short of getting under it. If I don't go super wide then, I can't get round there. There we go. Yeah, toll bridges and that, and toll roads. Generally, if it's a toll road, it's privately owned. As in, it's not owned by the government, it's not owned by a highways agency or whoever owns roads. It's generally privately owned. So a company, a conglomerate of people, whoever, private people, you know, of the government have wanted a road building, so they've approached these people. You finance it, you operate it, and they'll either allow them to put a toll on it when it doesn't cost the highways or the government any money, So let's put it as a scenario. I'm going to sneeze. If the government approached me as a road constructor, a road builder, we want a bypass putting around York, for example. They can do it one of two ways. They can tell me to build it and put a toll on it, or they can suggest I put a toll on it, and then I'll charge individuals then to use my road, because it's my road. It doesn't belong to the highways, it doesn't belong to the government, whoever owns the roads. It's my road, so you have to pay me to use my road, which is fair enough. The other option, which a lot of people don't know, is a lot of motorways don't actually belong to the government. A lot of bypasses and that don't belong to the government. They belong to private companies, like me in this scenario. And the government will come to me and say, right, we want this bypass around York. We'll use the same example. We'll pay you X amount of money per year to, one, initially build it, and then to operate it, to look after it, to maintain it, to grit it, to resurface it when it needs it, to clean it, etc. And that's the second option, but that's the government's paid for that one. So there's no tolls on it. And it's called a Design, Build, Finance and Operate, DBFO. Well, like I say, the likes of Birmingham Toll, Dartford Bridge, you know, the tunnel. The tunnel. Well, the bridge is still tolled, isn't it? It's just on ANPR. They're privately owned. Generally, Humber Bridge is privately owned. The Severn Bridge was privately owned, but I believe it was sold to the government, highways, whoever, which is why it's now free. I do believe. So that's why we've got toll roads. We don't get them for free. Tom, except for access, was saying, you know, when you're stuck in traffic on the M6 going through Birmingham and there's this toll road at the side of it, why don't they just open the toll road and let us run up there? Well, why should they? It belongs to somebody else. It's like saying, come and use my driveway just to cut through, so you'd have to sit in that bit of traffic. I own that driveway. You know what I mean? I'm sure you understand what I mean. Somebody's paid for that road, you know, and it's not come out of tax, you know, your road tax, which is what everybody thinks. I paid my road tax, I should be able to use it. Well, actually, no, you don't have a right to use it because you've not paid for that bit of road, because the government hasn't paid for it. How do I know this? Because in a previous life I used to work on the roads. I worked in a design office as a CAD tech in a survey office, and that was on a DBFO, Design, Build, Finance and Operate. And that was on the section of A1 between Ferrybridge up to Hookmore. Right, well, I'm going to scoot off now. I'm going to leave you guys to it, and I'll come back when we're approaching this place I'm going. I'm hoping I get parked up somewhere so I can check maps. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys. Oh, so well, done so well today. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Bye for now. Hi guys. Well, we're on site at this school. Horrible tight little thing. I completely forgot to put the video on, purely because it was so tight. And I got into the car park and I found another 3 of ours parked up behind me, 3 waiting. There's one down under the crane at the moment, getting one on. He arrived apparently at 7:30 this morning. We're looking at 1:30 now. So we're going to be sat here for, I reckon we've got to go 2 or 3 hours sat here. We won't be getting far at all. I won't be. So, well, it's absolutely chucking it down. I'll spin you. We've got rivers, literally. We've got rivers running down. Oh, one way. Let's go that way. Mad. It's absolutely mad. So I just made myself some. What are they? Oh, Sunday. Chicken and mayo. Chicken and mayo wraps. 2 chicken and mayo wraps. That's going to be lunch. and then I'm going to sit and have a read. I'm reading a book by Phil Campion at the moment, one of his biographies. It's very good. So that's all I've got for you this week. But before I go, one thing I do want to do, and that's I want to ask you to do me a big favour, and that's when you get a second, sooner rather than later, just pick up a phone, either send a message or make a phone call to somebody I haven't spoken to for quite a while, and make sure they're okay. Just reach out, say hello, and I'd say just give them a welfare check. It would be appreciated. I know it's always appreciated when people do it. So that's my request for you this week, if you'll do that for me, and do it for them as well, and for yourself. So that's all we've got. So ladies and gents, boys, girls, all those that are confused, appreciate you spending the time with me. I did mention about giveaways. I'll get around to that next week. I'll announce that on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's @WITTERINGTRUCKER. Make sure you go and have a look on there and you'll find me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed what you've seen, and if you can hear me over the rain and noise, thanks for riding along with me, ladies and gents, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.
Sitting in the back of your car, wishing for this road to take us far.